it is Sarah here from bravegirlfitness.com. And in this video, I'm multitasking. I am getting my baby out of her high chair. Yes, I still have my Christmas tree up. The fat flush, yeah, and that's why we're doing the fat flush, by the way. Burn off all that holiday junk. Oh, my goodness. Come here, Leah. You want to say hi? Okay. You're so pretty. Look at you. Alrighty, so the fat flush do's and don'ts. This is, if you go to bravegirlempire.com and you click on the challenge tab, the 10-day fat flush challenge should be listed on there. And what the 10-day fat flush challenge is where we're just kind of going to burn off the holiday pounds, rev your metabolism up, get all the excess hormones out, etc. Sorry, my brain is like fried because... okay, so the fat flush do's and don'ts. You can have unlimited green vegetables. You can, basically all of that kind of stuff. The only difference in this really is that they don't just allow every single fruit, and there's a reason for that. She does not allow a lot of the really, I forgot what they are, like bananas, for instance. Bananas are not allowed in phase 1 of the fat flush. If you get to phase 2 or phase 3, those are added back in, but it's basically just in the beginning when we're really going to be like kick-starting the metabolism to be able to process that kind of stuff. They're not allowed. But what are allowed are the fiber-rich fruits like berries, so strawberries, raspberries, blueberries. I think cherries are allowed. Cherries, that kind of stuff. I buy a bag of, if you don't want to be eating a bowl of fruit, if you're like, that's not my jam, just buy a bag of like organic mixed berries and make it into a smoothie, because smoothies are allowed in this plan. You can also, you could mix it in with Shakeology if you have it. That was the other thing. When I first did this plan, I followed her instructions, and it was kind of a pain because you had to take all these like digestive enzymes and I don't even remember what else it was, but like a bunch of different digestive enzymes, and then a whey protein powder, and I wasn't a fan of it. And then when I did the plan and combined it with Shakeology, boom, my results were amazing. I felt so much better, and I could really notice the difference between this plan on its own, which is still great, and this plan adding Shakeology. And Shakeology does have the digestive enzymes in it already, as well as like the prebiotics and probiotics. So instead of taking all those on the side in pill form, I'm just taking them all in my shake. So that is the only difference between the original Fat Flush plan and my Fat Flush 10-day challenge, is I'm using Shakeology instead of all of their different pills and potions and stuff. Another one of the do's is to do some form of gentle exercise each day. 10 to 30 minutes, so whether that's, well, like one of our challengers lives in Texas, so it's warmer, go outside for a walk. Another great thing to do during this fat flush is just really gentle, lymphatic stimulating exercises. If you're able to go to a local pool and swim, that's a really great, something gentle. Yoga, if you want, I'll put the info in here. If you're doing the challenge with me, right now Beachbody has a free 30-day trial to Beachbody On Demand, and you can access like their yoga, and it's awesome. I have the paid version of Beachbody On Demand because when I go to the gym, or you can stream all your workout library from anywhere. So for me personally, Beachbody On Demand is amazeballs. You can stream it from the gym. You have access to like their whole library pretty much. Anything that you ever purchase goes right into there. It's awesome. But anyways, if you want to get the free trial of it just for this challenge, I will post some more info for that, because you could get something called Tai Chang, which is really good for your core, but it's not an intense exercise, which is, you don't want to be doing a really intense workout for the next 10 days of the challenge, so you're probably like, yes. So yeah, that'll be good, following my baby around. Okay, so you're going to want to do some form of gentle exercise every day. The don'ts. Now this is where everybody is always like, ugh. But just think of how good you're going to feel and what your ultimate goal is, because this is going to help you get there. Dairy. Ironically, dairy, when you take it into your body, it forms mucus. And it actually causes some people to mimic more severe allergy symptoms. So if you're having a lot of dairy, especially if it's not organic, you can be creating inflammation in your body. And it also causes the linings of your intestine to produce mucus. It's just it's whatever that protein is in the milk causes your body to produce mucus to encase it. So you want to eliminate dairy from your diet for the next 10 days at least. During phase 3, you can kind of add it back in limited amounts. But during phase 1, which is what we're doing, you really want to make sure it's gone. Another thing that we're also going to be cutting out for the 10 days is caffeine. Yeah, it's a stimulant, and it really... the stimulant that it is, it's not even a natural stimulant like the caffeine found in coffee. There's other things like guarana, I think, and some B vitamins that when you take them in, your body doesn't process it in such an extreme way, but the caffeine can really tax your adrenals and your kidneys and your liver. And this 10-day challenge is all about focusing on kidney and liver health so that you can boost your metabolism. So we're going to be cutting the caffeine. If you smoke, cut the nicotine. I don't think any of my challengers smoke. I don't think, unless you're closet smokers. Are you? If you are, cut the cigarettes. Okay, no huffing and puffing for the challenge. What else? Oh, no sugar. No artificial sugar, I should mention too. So no sugar, no artificial sugar, and no processed or refined foods or carbs. The kind of carbs that you're going to have in the phase 1 are very limited, like super, super duper limited. And the reason for that is because a lot of times your body is just having a reaction or inflammation, and so whenever you have any of these kind of grains, and it goes in this vicious cycle. So even just pulling these kinds of things out for a 10-day period is just it's going to kick your metabolism in finally, and I can attest to how awesome you will feel when this is done. Also, when you pull things out, if you've been having symptoms of thinking that maybe I'm having some kind of intolerance to gluten or white processed sugars or whatever, as you add these foods back in, you will be able to notice where you have sensitivities, and so then you can kind of gauge what to keep out of your diet for good. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. You don't want to have no stimulants. Oh, I love the fireplace. No stimulants, no caffeine, no cigarettes, no dairy, and no pork. I know God said in the Bible that pork was bad, but legit pork is bad. Don't eat pork. No pork. I know somebody who they had a friend, and this is how it always goes, isn't it? But no, legitimately, this person was there. It was at one of our business seminars, and he was talking about how he had a tapeworm. They thought that he had a brain tumor. They thought he was dying. He goes in to have this $250,000 surgery, okay? $250,000 surgery. And they thought, they think it's cancer. It's a big tumor. They go in, cut his head open. Highly dangerous, by the way. They get in there, and it's not a tumor. It's a freaking 19-inch tapeworm in his brain. Ugh, gross. So instead of doing a simple parasite cleanse for $35,000 to $5,000, if that. I mean, seriously, that's at the most. You go in, you get tested for this kind of junk, whatever. He paid $250,000 to have his head cut open to take a tapeworm out that was from pork. It was the one specific to pork. And it's not, just any kind of pork. People are like, well, if you cook it right, I'm sorry. No, just don't do pork. No, don't. No. God had it right in the Bible because pigs can't sweat. They don't have that ability. So if you squeeze a pig's hoof, pus comes out. I'm like, ew. That's gross. There's so much bacteria and crap in them. I don't know why pigs exist. It's disgusting. I mean, bacon is lovely, right? But not worth a tapeworm. Anyways, so no pork. That's the do's and don'ts list. This is really long, way longer than intended. That's kind of my brain, I guess. Anyway, so I am really excited. I hope that you hop onto fatflush.com, or if you want to check out my Pinterest board, pinterest.com/inspired by Sarah, S-A-R-A. Go on the Fat Flush, find some recipes that you want to do, and let's start meal planning. I'm going to be grocery shopping, well, let's face it, probably Sunday when I'm in town, and meal prepping for the week on Monday for the challenge. So, yay, the challenge officially starts Monday at 9 a.m. So I hope you'll consider it. And if you know anybody who's struggling with hormone imbalances, ovarian cysts, PMS, send them my way. BraveGirlFitness.com, underneath the challenge tab, it is the 10-day Fat Flush challenge. So thank you. See you later. Bye.